California DMV Permit Test 2026 Practice Question Set. Flashcard 1. Broken yellow lines mean think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is passing is allowed if done safely. Flashcard 2. A traffic signal with a flashing yellow arrow means think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is proceed with caution. Flashcard 3. What is the use of the special turnout areas marked on a two-lane road? A. To allow vehicles to make a U-turn. B. To allow vehicles behind the driver to pass. C. To allow vehicles to make a left turn. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 4. When two vehicles meet on a steep mountain road where neither can pass, which vehicle has the right of way? A. Both. B. The vehicle which comes first. C. The vehicle traveling downhill. D. The vehicle traveling uphill. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 5. When you see the sign, you should A. Accelerate to merge with traffic. B. Yield to traffic and pedestrians on the through road. C. Make a sharp turn to match the speed of the traffic on the highway. D. Not enter the highway road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 6. This warning sign represents A. Beginning of a two-way lane. B. Beginning of a divided highway. C. Ending of a divided highway. D. Beginning of a one-way lane. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 7. Left turns at a red light can only be made from a two-way street onto a one-way street. B. One-way street onto a two-way street. C. One-way street onto a one-way street. D. Two-way street onto a two-way street. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 8. Two sets of solid, double, yellow lines spaced 2 or more feet apart indicate a two-way traffic. B. A barrier. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 9. If you are having vehicle trouble, first thing you should do is A. Pull off the road and away from traffic. B. Lift the hood to signal an emergency. C. Check your driver's manual for help. D. Stop your vehicle over a hill or just around the curve for visibility. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 10. This sign warns the driver that it is A. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is winding road. Flashcard 11. A driver who is involved in a collision should report it to the DMV within A. 20 days. B. 15 days. C. 10 days. D. 30 days. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 12. Disabled people with their placard can park at a blank painted curb. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is blue. Flashcard 13. If a bicycle on your right reaches the intersection at the same time as you do, you should A. Move slowly along with the bicycle. B. Request the bicyclist to change lanes. C. Move because you have the right of way. D. Yield to the bicycle. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 14. The maximum speed limit for vehicles towing trailers is blank on a two-lane undivided highway. A. 55 mph. B. 70 mph. C. 65 mph D, 60 mph. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 15. To avoid tailgating, one should follow the A. 6-second rule B. 2-second rule C. 4-second rule D. 3-second rule. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 16. This sign indicates think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is yield. Flashcard 17. The first step a driver should do during an enforcement stop is the A. Turn on the right turn signal B. Turn on the left turn signal C. Stop on the left shoulder of the freeway D. Stop on the center median of a freeway. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 18. If you are in an intersection and hear the siren of an emergency vehicle, you should A. Move to the left and stop in the intersection B. Move to the right and stop in the intersection C. Continue through the intersection, then drive to the left and stop D. Continue through the intersection, then drive to the right and stop. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 19. When drivers see livestock, they should A. Turn safely away from these animals B. Signal the person in charge of these animals to move right C. Follow directions from the person in charge of these animals D. Blow the horn continuously until the animals cross the road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 20. When you want to enter a freeway, you should A. Enter the freeway at or near the speed of the freeway traffic B. Stop before merging into freeway traffic C. Enter the freeway with a minimum speed D. Stop and yield to the traffic in the freeway. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 21. At an unmarked crosswalk, drivers are required to A. Increase the speed of their vehicle and cross before the pedestrians B. Stop and request the pedestrians to cross quickly C. Signal their intention and proceed D. Yield the right-of-way to the pedestrians. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 22. A blank sign on a truck means that the load on the truck is potentially dangerous. A diamond-shaped B, red inverted triangle C, white rectangle-shaped D, octagon-shaped. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 23. While driving in the fog, you should use your A, low beam lights B, high beam lights C, parking lights D, emergency flashing lights. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 24. A child under the age of 8 years, blank, when all the rear seats are already occupied by children under the age of 7 years A, may be kept on the lap of the elder child with a seatbelt fastened to both B. May ride in the front seat without a seatbelt C. May ride in the front seat of a vehicle D. Should be kept at home. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 25. You must use your headlights blank after sunset A. 30 minutes B. 15 minutes C. 20 minutes D immediately. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 26. If you litter on the roadside, you are subjected to a fine of the A. $500 D. $600. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 27. A driver who is a minor receives a phone call on his/her cell phone. He/she should A. Use a hands-free cell phone to answer the call. B. Answer the call in an emergency. C. Not answer the call. D. Not be carrying a cell phone while driving. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 28. What does this warning sign mean? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is stop sign ahead. Flashcard 29. Use blank steering when correcting a skid. A. Hand by hand. B. Hand over hand. C. One hand. D. Push-pull. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 30. This sign represents think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a school zone. Flashcard 31. Before passing another vehicle. A. Pass on the left if the driver is signaling a left turn. B. Look ahead for road conditions and traffic. C. Drive off the paved or main traveled portion of the road. D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 32. This regulatory sign represents think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is no U-turn. Flashcard 33. Locked wheel skids are usually caused by A. Braking too hard at a high speed. B. Leaking motor oil. C. Pressing the gas and brake pedals at the same time. D. Ignition turned to the lock position while the vehicle is still in motion. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 34. What does this sign mean? A. You are approaching an airport. B. Airplanes fly in this direction. C. Airplanes fly at low heights in this zone. D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 35. A driver in front of you is signaling with hand and arm pointing upwards, which means the driver wants to A. Slow down. B. Stop. C. Turn left. D. Turn right. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 36. If your parked car rolls away and hits another vehicle, you should A. Get the other vehicle repaired. B. Sound horn to attract attention. C. Remove your car and go on your way. D. Report the incident to city police. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 37. If your vehicle starts to hydroplane, you should A. Change the steering. B. Press down on your accelerating pedal. C. Apply the brakes. D. Slow down gradually. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 38. A person under the age of 21 years. A. Must have 0 blood alcohol content. B. Can have a 0.08% blood alcohol content. C. Can have a 0.04% blood alcohol content. D. Can have a 0.02% blood alcohol content. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 39. In a roundabout, a driver must drive in A clockwise direction. B. The direction of oncoming vehicles. C. A counterclockwise direction. D. Any direction. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 40. If a car approaches you with bright headlights, you must blank to prevent being temporarily blinded. A. Look toward the right edge of the road. B. Look at the driver of the opposite vehicle. C. Look toward the left edge of the road. D. Look at the center of the road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 41. When there are 3 or more lanes going in one direction on a highway, vehicles passing others or turning left should use the middle lane. B. The right lane. C. The deceleration lane. D. The left lane. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 42. When parking and leaving your vehicle on a highway or street, which of the following is not recommended? A. Locking the ignition. B. Lowering the windows. C. Setting the brakes. D. Stopping the engine. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 43. This arrow sign means A. Merge left. B. Go straight. C. Do not turn left or go straight. D. Turn left or go straight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 44. If you plan to turn beyond an intersection, you must A. Signal before passing through the intersection. B. Signal just after you pass through the intersection. C. Signal just before making a turn. D. Not give a turn signal. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 45. When passing other traffic on a 2-lane road. A. Avoid passing other vehicles on 2-lane roads. That is dangerous. B. Do not pull out to pass unless you know you have enough space to pull back. C. Always signal before passing. D. All of these answers are correct. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 46. When turning left from a one-way road to another one-way road. A. Bring your vehicle into the nearest left lane for traffic on the road you are entering. B. Bring your vehicle into the nearest right lane for traffic on the road you are entering. C. Turn into the lane just to the right of the center line. D. Turn into the lane just to the left of the center line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 47. What should you do if another driver tailgates your vehicle? A. Raise your speed. B. Pull over to the side to allow the driver to pass. C. You must not allow the tailgater to pass you. D. Encourage the tailgater. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 48. The first rule of a safe and legal turn is A. To move into the proper lane well before the turn. B. To cut corners while turning. C. To increase the speed. D. To reduce the speed. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 49. Which of the following is not a safe situation for passing? A. When pavement markings are broken white lines. B. When pavement markings are broken yellow lines. C. When moving through an intersection. D. When the vehicle ahead is moving below the safe speed. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 50. What does this arrow mark sign indicate? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is go only straight. Flashcard 51. Which of the following statements is not true regarding the use of headlights? A. Low beams are used in city driving and driving in traffic on roadways. B. High beams are used when traveling behind other vehicles. C. Low beams are used when traveling in fog, rain, or snow. D. High beams are used for open country driving when there is no traffic in sight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 52 blank are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur. A. Intersections. B. Expressways. C. One-way roads. D. Roundabouts. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 53. Lanes of traffic going in opposite directions are divided by A. White lane dividers. B. Yellow lane dividers. C. Black lane dividers. D. Red lane dividers. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 54. High occupancy vehicles HOV lanes are reserved for A. Emergency vehicles. B. Farm machinery vehicles and trucks. C. Carpools and vehicles with more than one person. D. Heavy goods vehicles with less than 3 persons. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 55. Following too closely behind a vehicle is also known as A. Aggressive driving. B. Defensive driving. C. Sidegating. D. Tailgating. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 56. You must use high beam lighting in all of following situations, except A. In construction areas. B. In fog, snow, or heavy rain. C. When there may be people along the side of the road. D. On unfamiliar roads. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 57. What should you do if you are overtaking a bicycle and an oncoming vehicle is approaching at the same time? A. You should leave a little room to the oncoming vehicle while overtaking the bicycle. B. You must overtake the bicycle first to give extra room to the oncoming vehicle. C. You must slow down and let the vehicle pass first to give extra room to the bicycle. D. You must sound your horn to alert the bicyclist. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 58. This posted sign is a slash and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is speed limit on highways. Flashcard 59. Blind pedestrians may carry blank canes or use the assistance of guide dogs. A. Red. B. Black. C. Green. D. White. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 60. When you see a yield sign on your way or at an intersection, you must A. Slow down to a reasonable speed and yield right-of-way to all vehicles. B. Not proceed through the road or intersection. C. Slow down and change your lane position. D. Slow down and take a detour. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 61. The wide white line painted across a traffic lane before you enter the intersection is known as the merge line. B. Yield line. C. Crosswalk line. D. Limit line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 62. A yield sign indicates that a driver must slow down when approaching an intersection, and blank if a vehicle or pedestrian with the right-of-way is approaching from another direction. A. Be prepared to make a turn. B. Be prepared to come to a complete stop. C. Be prepared to increase the speed. D. Be prepared to make a U-turn. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashcard 63. What does this sign mean? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a disabled parking permit. Flashcard 64. If a tire suddenly goes flat while driving, you must A. Try to increase the speed to control your vehicle. B. Try to move to the left side of the road. C. Try to stop your vehicle on the road. D. Hold the steering wheel tightly and keep the vehicle straight. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 65. A center lane between lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions may be designated for A. Left turns only. B. Right turns only. C. Passing. D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 66. Before backing up your vehicle, you should look to the front, sides, and rear and continue to look blank while backing to the front. B. Into the side mirrors. C. To the sides. D. To the rear. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 67. If you approach a roundabout, always enter to the blank of the central island. A. Left. B. Center. C. Corner. D. Right. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 68. Large electronic flashing arrow panels may be used in work zones day and night to A. Divert drivers into work zones. B. Stop speeding drivers. C. Guide drivers into certain parking zones. D. Guide drivers into certain traffic lanes. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 69. To turn left from a one-way street to another, a driver must begin the turn A. From the right lane and make the turn close to the left curb. B. From the right lane and make the turn close to the right curb. C. From the left lane and make the turn close to the left curb. D. From the left lane and make the turn close to the right curb. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashcard 70. Before reaching the crest of a hill or entering a curve, you must blank and watch for oncoming vehicles. A. Slow down. Move to the right side of the road. B. Slow down. Move to the left side of the road. C. Speed up. Turn on the headlights. D. Speed up. Change gears. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 71. When should you yield to another driver at an intersection? A. If the driver is just starting to enter the intersection. B. If the driver is to your right and reaches the intersection at the same time as you do. C. If the driver reaches the intersection before you. D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashcard 72. A vehicle's stopping distance is equal to A. The braking distance plus reaction distance. B. The braking distance. C. The braking distance plus following distance. D. The reaction distance plus following distance. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashcard 73. If you are approaching a stop sign, you must A. Stop at the broken yellow stop line. B. Stop at the solid white limit line. C. Stop at the broken white limit line. D. Stop at the edge of the road. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is B. Flashheart 74. All regulatory devices on the road instruct you A. of hazardous conditions or the possibility of hazardous conditions B. in finding your way safely or provide information to make your trip more comfortable C. to stop, proceed in a certain direction, or limit your speed D. None of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is C. Flashheart 75. When should you switch on your high beam headlights? A. When driving in open country or on dark city streets. B. At night when it rains. C. Always at night. D. All of the above. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is A. Flashheart 76. When you turn from a high-speed two-lane roadway, blank if you have traffic following you. A. Try to quickly slow down your vehicle. B. Try to increase the speed of your vehicle. C. Try to apply brakes and keep the steering steady. D. Try not to slow down your vehicle too quickly. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D. Flashheart 77. A single solid white line across a road at an intersection means that a motorist must blink for a traffic signal or sign. A. Cross the line. B. Slow down after crossing the line. C. Stop after the line. D. Stop behind the line. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is D.